Hey guys, welcome back to another live stream. Today in this live stream, we're going to be playing some more Minecraft BagelMaster Builder. Now, for those of you who have not seen the previous 111 streams, I highly recommend checking them out. Last stream, we pretty much completed our tomb-themed dungeon. So this stream, we just got to finish the final room, 2 rooms technically. We need to make the final enemy gauntlet, and we need to make the final chest room. And then we're done with the tomb-themed dungeon. And then we'll probably start working on doing, like, some more trees and stuff. Or maybe we'll start working on the mountain. There's a lot we can do still. Anyways, Minecraft is hopefully almost done updating. Okay, good. So... it's weird to think about how many streams I've done on this game, or on this world even. 112 days of doing this. So, probably, I would say roughly, at the very lowest, 120 hours of working on this map. Probably more than that. Which is crazy to think about. There we go. So, I would say we still probably have, at the very minimal, 20 more streams, maybe, to do. Because, let's see, if it takes, say, 10 streams to complete a dungeon... no, let's say 5 at the very least. Which, it does not take 5, it takes much longer than that. But let's just say 5. We still have 2 dungeons that we need to do, so that's 10 more streams. We need to finish the castle and the arena in the castle, so that's a lot more streams. Oh no, this might actually be too close. We'll see what happens. And we still need to do the outside of the castle walls and making it into a mountain. So, there's still quite a lot for us to do, but we're getting really, really close. Anyways, so we got the floor done in this room, and, I mean, I think I'm happy with the design. Basically, it's very easy to get knocked into lava in this enemy gauntlet. Hello, Wyatt. Welcome to the stream. Hope you've had a great day so far. So, I think... I think we should start working on the chest room first, since that would be the easiest to do. And then... we'll work our way from there. Oh, that's a block we're missing. I need... oh, we're missing 2 blocks, actually. I know I need... this block. Oh, we're missing this block. Okay. Cool. Hello, Jackson. Welcome to the stream. Hope you've had a great day so far. You just subbed? Thank you for the sub. Okay, so... oops. I don't know why I'm doing the windows before I finish the walls. Probably should have done the walls first. Cool. Mini hallway now done. So, chest room. We'll just do, since it's not a required area, so for those of you who do not know, I have my dungeon, or both my dungeons, in layers. The very top floor, where the boss room is for the dungeon, if I were to make this functional, is where the challenge run is supposed to be. Basically, a long hallway where you have to fight off a ton of mobs to get all the way through, and then you have to do a long and difficult enemy gauntlet. And then there will be a chest in here that you do not have to get in order to beat the dungeon and fight the boss in it. However, it will give you basically really useful weaponry, armor, etc. if I were to make this functional. And then the other layers of the dungeon, there's always a second and third floor. At least that's my plan. And the second floor you have to do in order to get one copper chest key thing that we'll have, and then you have to do the third floor and get the copper chest key from there. And once you have all the keys, then you can use the keys to unlock the boss dungeon, or the boss room. The boss part of the dungeon. However, this dungeon actually has, so first floor, third floor, second floor. Second floor has an A and a B part of it, because I decided to add stairs. So now there's actually 3 chests in this dungeon. And all the keys, maybe not the labyrinth key, but the rest of the keys are gonna be extremely, extremely annoying to get. Because if you don't know the proper way to get them, you have to, what is the word? Wade through water that will give you nausea. And if you go the wrong way, you have to walk all the way back through the water with nausea and try a different route. There's only 3 pathways, but the pathways are just very, very long. Or like long in the sense of having nausea for that amount of time is a long time. Like, I'd say probably about the length of this hallway, maybe shorter. But this dungeon is an endurance-themed one to test your patience. And the other portion of the dungeon... Let's see, so there's 3 different parts of this dungeon. There's the memorization in the labyrinth area, which is mainly just endurance, because I don't think there's really a way to memorize it. There's the floor 2 level B, which is just lots of lava parkour. They're simple jumps, but if you mess up once or die at the enemy gauntlet at the end, you get taken back all the way to the beginning of the dungeon. So every time you fall into lava or die in the enemy gauntlet, you get taken back all the way up. So you have to walk all the way down the stairs again, walk down the hallway, walk down more stairs, and do the parkour all the way over to the first, like, checkpoint. It's not really a checkpoint, but checkpoint area. And then do more lava parkour. Then you have to do a long enemy gauntlet. Which, you know, probably would be very painful to do. But hopefully it won't be too bad. No, if anything, I want people to push themselves, so, well, I don't know. I don't know if I'll make the dungeons functional or not. At the very least, they'll be here for hide and seek if I were to make this into a Minecraft server hub. So, at the very least, hide and seek. So that will be fun. Or tag. Ooh, I guess technically... Huh, I did not think of that until now. So if I were to make minigames in my server, the only minigames I really have that I can think of is probably Skyblock of some sort, similar to Hypixel from what I've seen from the Technoblade videos, or clips that I've watched. Because from what I've seen in it, it looks very fun. And doesn't take you to other dimensions and things. Or actually, maybe it does. Which, I don't know. Anyways. Basically, I have Skyblock, Sky Wars, Bed Wars, absolutely. And that's kinda all I really had. Well, and the dungeons. If I were to make them functional for the server, I would have the dungeon minigames. As well as the tower parkour, which I would consider a minigame, but who knows. What other, like, classic minigames would you guys want to see if I were to make this into a Minecraft server? Because my goal for the server would be to make it basically based off of the OG Minecraft days, at least my OG Minecraft days, which was on the Minecraft made by 4J Studios on the Wii U. Those were my favorite Minecraft days. Oh, wait, is this wrong? Oh, this is wrong. Okay. Right? Wait. Yeah, okay, whoops. I made this too short. I still don't really know what I'm gonna do for this room. Also forgot I said I was gonna work on the chest room first. My bad. My only goal is to make the room look fancy. I don't have really any specifications that need to be met for this room, so maybe kind of like a pyramid shape. Oh, I can make it to where... So I've been wanting to use Skull because it looks like space, and people say that the pyramids were built by aliens. So space does have some significance when thinking about... When thinking about an Egyptian when thinking about Egyptian stuff, I blanked out there for a second. Blanked out? Anyways. So I realize what I can do is make it seem like the skulk from the other dungeon, which I think is going to be over here, is, you know, basically breaking in to this dungeon. Why am I doing this? No clue. Is it because I couldn't think of another design? Maybe. But when I was looking at it from the outside, it kind of looks like a space, like, deck where you go to pilot the ship or something. So I think that's why I started thinking about this. And then I have some additional lore for my map. The skulk is starting to take over the world, apparently, or something. I don't know. I need to think more into the lore of this map, because I know people do love lore. Yeah, glass. They had glass in Egypt, right? Okay, I do hope Mojang adds vertical slabs, and also makes it to where, there's a wrench kind of item or something like that, that'll allow you to change where things are located, because, like, glass, I feel like it should be in the middle of the stair, not in the middle of the stairs. Oh, here, I know what to do. Okay, we now have our chest room completed. Definitely the most unique room of the dungeon. But oops. Okay, now we made it look like space is being taken over by Skulk more so. Actually, if I add the Skulk vines, that'd be better. Huh, I didn't know you could place Skulk on, like, all sides of a block. Okay, anyways, now that's done. Guess we gotta start working in here. I was thinking of making this kind of like a prison design. However, that doesn't really make sense if it's like an Egyptian tomb. And I don't have many other ideas, really. So, I don't know. What did I do for down here? That should be my first question. Did stair, block, ceiling. Okay, I guess that will be a good start. I think I broke the blocks. Pretty sure I did. Or the blocks that were, like, connecting them, I mean. Maybe I will just have it as a, like, prison design. Because I do remember in, like, Minecraft Dungeons tomb thing, it was, like... It was home to a... What was it? Necromancer, I think? So it wouldn't be... terrible if I'm basing it off of that more so. But at the same time... I don't know. Do I want to... What else could I do? I'm gonna put a mini sun in each of these circles. Because I feel like that's appropriate for some reason. And that will make it look nicer. Okay, we'll go back down and destroy those all. However, for now, I want to get these all placed. Okay, now that's done. Now I can destroy this. I'm gonna have to be careful about the lava. You know, these walls and these lights would make it really good for like a backrooms game. Now that I'm looking at it, I played a backrooms game recently. What is it? Escape the Backrooms, I think it's called. And that was really fun, and it's been making me want to do something backrooms inspired. Which is probably why I mentioned that now. I always thought bamboo was the better option. Maybe this is, though, instead now. Who knows? Okay, now that's done. Okay. Now what? I guess we can just do the regular ceiling. And then have the floor mirrored, maybe? Like mirrored onto the ceiling. Then I'd have to put the floor on the ceiling, which I'd prefer not to do. Yeah, let's not, because I'd have to reshape my entire arena probably then as well. But I'll mirror the, like, suns that I've made. That, I think, would look good. Potentially. I feel like I'm designing more of a boss arena than I am a enemy gauntlet. People know what enemy gauntlets are, right? I realize I've been saying that this whole time, or like for however long I've been doing streams and all that. But I realized that I don't think I explained what an enemy gauntlet is to anyone who's watched my streams before. Or at least my Minecraft streams and not my, like, Hollow Knight streams and all that. Because I'm pretty sure anyone who watches me play those games know what an enemy gauntlet is. However, I don't know if anyone either calls it that or knows what it is in Minecraft. So now I'm curious. Do any of you guys know what an enemy gauntlet is? A little bit off on that estimate. And with that, our tomb-themed dungeon, I would say it's complete. I will say, having the lights mirrored on the floor and the ceiling look kinda cool. I wish I could have something going, like, around them, though, and going up and down. Like, if you could... Oh, that'd be a cool, like, block or something that they could add. where it's basically... I don't know how they'd implement this into survival, but basically sun rays. I'm sure they could have, like, a block of floating bioluminescent matter of some sort in the game that you can then dye into being different colors. Because I think that that would be really cool, honestly. Because then you can make it seem like sun rays or just rays of light from whatever light source you're trying to build with. Anyways, I think... I feel like I want to do something with the corners, but I don't know what I would do. No. Oh, I know what to do. I think I did this... Oops. I don't know what room I did this in. Oh, I didn't realize I missed the block. Probably should go over all that, all the lava. But basically, I filled the corners with the shroom light, to my knowledge, to just make it ever so slightly fancier. Wow, I'm missing a lot of lava. Okay, I think that's all the lava we were missing. Probably. Hopefully. So now, we have this room. That does help it, I think. It feels just like it's supposed to be a giant, open, illuminated room. Which I kinda like, honestly. I do kinda like it. I feel like I could absolutely do more. But sometimes simplicity is best. And I do kind of like the design of this room, especially from this angle, specifically from this angle. And honestly, I think it's good. I think it's good. So, we have now officially completed our tomb-themed dungeon. We did a lot to do it. We made this whole cave system, or not the entire cave system, but this whole... Everything beyond this wall here is everything we did in preparation for the dungeon. Which, now that I think about it, we didn't add a single fish in there. To my knowledge. To my memory, sorry, I should say. Oh, we could turn this into a fish. No, I'm not going to do it. It looks good the way it is. Anyways. Oops. Now that that's all done, let's think. What do we want to do now? So, last time we worked on trees, we made this whole cool, like, flower tall tree biome area. Came up with a new tree design. And basically all we did was have it spaced out and then flowers. Then we also made a lot of cherry trees in this city area. Or not city area, but cherry grove area. Which, now that I think about it, I should go and add these flowers over to my other cherry grove biome. because I only added it to there and not over here. And because of that, it kind of looks a little bit, barren. Yeah, looks barren. Don't need to add a lot, I just need to add enough. So a lot, apparently. Okay, now we need to do it for this entire, like, forest, apparently. I guess first off we'll go and do the tulips. Because the tulips are, like, the main flowers of these areas. However, that doesn't mean that there aren't more flowers. Keep accidentally placing two at once because of my speed of movement speed specifically. That one was not movement speed, that is camera movement. But basically, I don't know if it's the same in Java, but for those of you who do not know, building and breaking blocks in Minecraft is heavily influenced by the speed your character is going. So the faster you're moving, the faster you can place blocks. And it also tries to anticipate where you're trying to place those blocks. And the slower you're going can make it to where you place less. But it's typically based off of player speed and camera movement. Okay, there should be a lot less of these, ponies. Gotta try and place them where there aren't many ponies. That way there's not really too many barren areas. I was gonna try and avoid planting flowers and things in biomes. However, it's definitely gonna bring a lot more life into certain areas. Like, I'm gonna still try and avoid planting them, or like doing grass and stuff. But flowers, I am more okay with. And I'm not gonna be doing flowers and all that in like the main forest area that's gonna are supposed to take up the entire map. So this forest here, it's all the green space that you see is supposed to be covered in this forest. And unless I can come up with different tree designs like I did for the one behind the mountain, or the cherry grove area that I did, it's all just going to be this basically. Which it doesn't look bad, and it doesn't really need the grass or anything to make it look better. Yeah, to me, it really doesn't. So, yeah. Don't remember where I was going with that, but I was going somewhere, I guess. Maybe. Okay, I want one more look at this biome area here. There might be too many flowers. There probably is too many flowers. Yeah, I'd say, well, I don't know. It makes it lively. I'll say that at the very least. Now, we could try and come up with a new biome. Or a tree biome. We could continue over this area and try and get all of this area filled in. Or we could try and get all of this area filled in too. Because we have this entire crater that we need to fill up. And we also need to do around this, like, campsite area and things. So we could just do everything on this side of the pathway. I think we'll try and do everything on this side of the pathway. Don't know how much we'll do this stream. But my goal is to start doing longer streams for, you know, more watch time and stuff. And also that way I can get more work done. Reason for the watch time is they're doubling the amount of, at the very least, according to my mother, they're doubling the amount of watch time I need. So instead of needing 3,000 watch hours, I need 6,000. So I need basically 6,000 people to watch 1 hour's worth of content on my channel, on my streams. Which is quite a lot. And I was halfway there, because I am currently, because they don't change it till February. But I'm basically around halfway there. To be honest, I highly doubt I'll be able to get monetized before the end of... what tree am I making? Oh, circle tree. Before February. However, if I were to try and push myself to stream longer and become more, like, energetic or something, make it where people really want to watch my streams, then I have a chance. However, I don't really know what people want from my channel specifically. I see other people streaming on YouTube from shorts. When I'm scrolling through shorts, I see people streaming. And it's mainly just, like, clickbait videos, or streams, which I'm not doing. Like, I've seen this one channel where it's like, they're gonna act like it's like a toy, a dangerous toy that has, like, nails in it, and they're acting like they're gonna slam it on their hand, and then they just never do, from everything I've seen, so it's just clickbait. But yeah, how do I do my tree designs again? I've completely forgotten. It has been a while. How do I do this tree design? One... Okay, cool. And I don't know what people watch my streams for, if it's just that it's popping up in the shorts feed, if it's because they like my energy that I don't have. Like, I'm more chill than anything, I think. Most of the time. Most of the time. Not all the time. Definitely not all the time. But I think that's potentially the reason people watch my channel. I'm not positive. You guys have to tell me why you guys like watching me, since I don't watch myself, and I am not my targeted audience. Completely. I mean, I kinda am, in the sense of, the only reason I would watch a stream is to be able to chat with the YouTuber, to see their, like, skill in games, such as, you know, like, my Metroidvanias, like, doing the Radiant bosses, that's something I would watch, I think. Or doing builds like this in Minecraft. Like, those are things that I think I would watch the most. However, I don't know if that's the reason why people watch my content. I know some people watch my content. I don't know how many people do. So I am curious as to why people do. Have I just lost all creativity when it comes to building trees? I have made circle tree 2.0. I literally just copy and pasted this tree. Okay, well that's happening. Let's do giant tree. Giant tree should help. This might be a little too close. Actually, yeah, it probably is. Let's do this tree closer to here. I'm moving it one to the right, that way it's not dead on with that tree. I feel like this needs to be 3 blocks. Yeah, it does, it does. I think. I think I remember why. Hopefully I do. We'll see if this is right. I think this is right so far. Also might need to come up with, like, more stories to share. Because, I mean, I have a couple. It's just that I can't think of them as easily as other people can. As other people can think of theirs. Like, maybe it'll come up in conversation at certain points, but most of the time, I can't think of stories to share. Which, now that I think about it, I do have some scripts that I need to turn into videos at some point. Or I don't need to, I could just have them as backup conversations to talk about. However, I don't know if people... What was I gonna say? If people want to talk about them? I don't know if that's what I was gonna say. I know this is kind of a copy and paste of these trees. However, most of my trees are just copy and pasting of each other. I only have so many tree designs that I can do. I think I have like a total of like 7, maybe. There's like a more rounded tree design, which you see here. A pointy tree design, which this is probably my least favorite one. The circle tree design. The more like autumn tree kind of design, I think. How many is that? 4? The very pointy circle design. So let's say 5. Okay, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 5. I have the bagel tree design, which this is the only time I'm using it. So that would be 6. What would be a 7th? I guess this tree design? Not the greatest, but then again, not bad. That's about all the tree designs I have. Really just circles? Sounded like a Pokemon. Circles and long circles. Yeah. I don't know. Anyways. Oh, I'm excited. Tents are coming into Minecraft. Does that mean I want to redo my tents? Might be good to redo them. Diagonal tent is not great. It's not bad now that I think about it. Like, this is actually a tent I'd probably use. Or something. But still not great. I don't know. Anyways. Cool. What could I add around a campfire? Or a campsite? Bears? That'd be a fun mob for Minecraft to add, potentially, adding bears into Minecraft. The only issue is that they probably wouldn't make them tameable. Because I would want them to be tameable so that way you could ride them, use them to find honey, or like, you know, beehives, etc. I haven't really used azalea bushes now that I think about it. Actually, did I use them over here? Now I'm just basically exploring my map. I didn't? I felt like I surrounded the houses with them. Maybe it's just too much. Yeah, I think it was just too much. There we go. If I don't add the points on top of them, it looks nicer. Maybe I'll just add some tree stumps. So let's see, there's 4 logs. Right, 1, 2... yeah, we'll have them 2 chopped trees. Because these trees are kind of long, so... that makes sense to have 2 chopped trees. Maybe it'd be like that. Oh, wait. I realized why that looks wrong. There we go. It needs to actually have the inside of the tree. That way people know that, hey, he didn't forget to build these trees. He was just making it to be where the trees have story? I don't remember where I was going with that. On one hand, I don't like building into other trees, but on the other hand, it does make things seem slightly more natural. I need to remember to add my mini tree designs. Because if I don't, then... oh, I should have built that over here. Then, for one, there's not as much cover, and 2, there's not as much tree. I don't know where I was going with that. I think I remembered, or thought of a reason to start, or to keep, sorry, building by trees I've already built. And that's because then I know what designs I've used, and I can remember either to use those designs, or to avoid those designs. That way, I have more options and variety in what I'm choosing to build. Or at least my knowledge of what I have built, or can build. Something like that. I don't know. I'm just trying to think. Oh, I know of a tree design that I keep meaning to build and then forgetting to build it. The, pointy tree. It's literally just the circle tree, but, instead of it being flat on all the ends, it's just pointy. However, I gotta say, the pointier a tree is, the less I like it in my world. However, when I think about it, in real life, the pointier a tree is, or the less circular a tree is, the more realistic it is. Because trees... Well, I guess they're actually kind of circular, actually. Well, and there are pointy ones, like Christmas trees. Not that someone has a Christmas tree out in their yard, I'm just saying that there's... It reminds me of a Christmas tree. Anyways. I forget there's a window right here that I can use for tree inspiration. Yeah, I have no idea how to convert that into blocks. Anyways... There are some that are like... It's like a circular kind of like bottom, and then it's like pointy at the top. Oops. So kind of like this, maybe? I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not a bad tree design. I'm just not a fan of it, I guess. Oh, this is supposed to be a pointy tree, not a circle tree. I have like 3 different mini tree designs. This is the first one and the original one I started using, because it's like in between of a sapling and this kind of... Well, no, not this kind of tree. Sapling and... I don't know what tree it was, but there was a tree that, like, it looked like it would grow into. And there's this tree, which is basically growing into this tree. And then the circular tree, which grows into regular circular tree. Yeah, I've learned how to make forests dense. You gotta make sure that trees are not lined up with each other. Because if they're lined up with each other, then it's just a grid. However, if they're not all in a grid, then it becomes a lot denser. Like, there aren't a lot of trees, but looking through, like, this area, it looks moderately dense. Especially compared to this area over here, where it's kind of dense, but not as dense as, like, over here. You know? Something like that. Something I've also realized I should start doing is clipping chats like that for my streams, from my streams of Minecraft, because there's a lot of, like, times when I have these conversations, and then I just, you know, forget about them after a while. So it'd be good to be able to, like, record them every now and then and see what I've talked about and show other people what I'm like when I'm talking. Because from the shorts that I show, I look upset constantly. Which, to be fair, my face does look like that most of the time when I'm just sitting at my computer, not doing much. Hey, I haven't been lining up any of these trees, have I? Apparently I have. I need to move this over by one block. Oh yeah, there's another mini tree design where it's this, but without the point on top. I know it's a minute difference, however, it's better than not having a difference. Yeah. I was gonna say, I think it was, maybe. I need to make some bigger tree designs of not this tree. Oh, I did a 1, 2, 2 one. I didn't realize that. I thought I did what I did for that tree, which was, well, but like inverted, which was, it would have been, never mind. Apparently I did the exact same thing, I guess, maybe? I don't know. I was about to ask my device, what is the likelihood of rain? Because for those of you who do not know, rain is my favorite weather. However, I realized that if I did that, then what's likely to happen is that all of your devices will go off, or at least anyone who has the same device as me. Which, you know, probably not great. Or not preferred, at the very least. I guess that looks fine. Oh, to prevent this line thing from happening again, let's do here. That way we don't have this long, awkward, like, line everywhere. I know it kind of looks weird when it's like that by itself, but it's also kind of necessary. No, I can't do this. It's too close to the other tree. This should be fine. I guess it's fine if it gets, like, clearer the closer it gets, but at the same time, I prefer it to not. There we go. Got a lot more trees than I thought we were going to get done in this stream. So that's nice, at the very least. You also need to remember that we need to make the forest dense this way. Because I seem to be only focused on this way. Which, to be fair, that is where everyone will be probably seeing the forest from. However, from this side, well, I guess technically this way too. What was I gonna say? No clue. Anyways. I feel like sometimes my nickname should be called the Forgetful Gamer. Because I seem to forget, like, whatever I'm talking about quite often, or whatever I'm doing. Couldn't think of it for a second. Okay, let's do another big tree right here. My only concern would be that this tree is gonna be a little too flat. How would I remedy that? By making it diagonal? Like that? Just leave it like that? I mean, that's not a terrible idea, I guess? We'll see how it works. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I mean, it's not bad. A little bit on the tall side, I feel like, but other than that, seems good. I think that's good. Okay, anyways. Yeah, that's another tree design, so 8 of them, I think. Oh, I have just like a straight shot right here. Okay, that's not as bad now. Okay, whew, at least we're getting a lot of trees done. I didn't think we'd be getting as many done as we're doing. So that's, at the very least, very good. I'm only gonna do one more, I think, though. Because I'm kind of getting a little burnt out. Yeah. Not from playing Minecraft in general, but just for today. Or at least for, like, the next 30 minutes. And then I'll see, like, a Minecraft video, and then I'm like, you know what? I wish I continued the stream, still. That tends to happen after I end a stream. However, at the same time, it's like, I don't know, it just kind of feels like it actually legitimately hurts. Well, no, maybe not that. But, like, something. Something's happening that's making me not want to play. Do I know why? Not really. But yeah. Okay, I know I said I'd do one more, but now I'm doing the second one. After this one, I think. Maybe I need to come up with, like, a screen. Yeah, that'd be nice. Like, a screen for my streams I can just have. That will, that I can play for, like, 30 minutes. That I can have, like, a 30-minute break from my streams. And then I'll be able to go back to gaming. That'd be useful. If anything, I'd probably make it, like, last an hour long, or until I feel like my break is over. However, I don't know. Then again, at the same time, if I'm live, I need to be, like, at the computer constantly. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Anyways, I think that's all for today. We got a lot done. We finished up the tomb-themed dungeon. We started working on some trees. So, yeah, next stream, we're either going to continue to work on the trees, most likely, or we're going to start working on the mountain on the outside of the map, or the second most likely option is that we are going to start working on our third dungeon. Which dungeon will it be? I don't know, but it will be one of them, potentially. Anyways, I like to say, thank you all for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Please like, subscribe to the channel, and comment which kind of stream you'd like to see me do next. Also, if you'd like to play with me or other members of the Bagel Army, please join my Discord server. Link is in the description. And without further ado, have a bagular day. Bye, guys.